Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to the next session of Crusader Kings 2 with Haraldr the Great Bear of Ystad, Chief of Skåne. Quite a mouthful, yeah, but that's who he is. So there isn't actually too much to comment on from the last session. Harald has taken it a lot more slowly now, but he still continues looting and pillaging. We have absolutely demolished this here province of Köln here. We've looted, pillaged and burned every single settlement within this here province, and even acquired ourselves some concubines to boot. More interestedly, for the realm as a whole is King Knut now rules the realm after the most untimely death of King Sigurd here. He died of poor health. Like, there's no real specifics as to what poor health means, but he wasn't feeling well for whatever reason, and so he bit the dust. That means the only one alive of Ragnar Lodbrok's sons, some 20 years after his demise, 23 years, is Ubbe here. Gode Ubbe of Carlisle, which is here in Cumberland. So he's serving... Okay, so he's within the realm of York, which means he's still in Norse lands. He hasn't turned Christian or anything. We don't have the best impression of King Knut here. He hasn't turned out remarkably well. He's an unworthy priest, because he was appointed seer by his father, and clearly that ain't his area of expertise, even though he's tried to be as learned as he can be. He is wroth, like he gets angry all the time. He's paranoid, suspicious of the slightest motives, expecting the worst in people, and he's a coward. Like an underhanded feller who who always wants to stay away from confrontation, and someone who never wants to do the hard thing, basically, despite the fact that he's diligent, and he's stressed out too, so... Yeah, this is quite a messed up... Well, I say messed up, but... a disorganized person that we're dealing with here. And his brother was left to rule the High Chiefdom of Mecklenburg, so he's got these two lands here, with his main seat being in Halland, of all places. But Harald can do nothing. He is content, and as such, he will never strive to rise above his stations, to expand his lands, or really accomplish anything. Or so I thought. You see, I took a closer look at the videos while editing, and I think I've found a little bit of a loophole where I can help Harald expand at least moderately without breaking his character. How, you would ask? By taking Rhine here. Rhine that we just recently looted the crap out of. And you might all be wondering, well, how does that work out? Well, it turns out I've been a big dunce. I've been clumsy and dumb for having completely misread the mission in the first place. Look, active mission, wage war on Rhine. We were never supposed to loot the place. We were supposed to take it over. Like, I only just realized that when I was looking at my video, and I remember in the last session we looted everything, and it was like, what? Why isn't an event triggering? Why aren't we getting any rewards or recognitions or whatever. That's because that was never our mission to begin with. We were supposed to conquer the place. Harald completely failed to get the memo on this. He was absolutely convinced that he was just gonna loot the place. Well, Harald, you're supposed to take over the island. You remember that, right? What? No? Take over the place? I thought I was supposed to loot it. No, you were supposed to take the place. Go there and get the spoils and get the lands and... Oh. Well, that puts a real interesting twist on things, because despite the fact that he's content, I still believe we can justify taking this island. Because I'll have you know, he's doing it only and solely because he has been tasked to do so by the Warrior Lodge. Now, he doesn't want no fame or glory or riches for himself, but he is a member of the Wolf Warriors, and as a member of the Wolf Warriors, he needs to prove himself. He needs to undertake the tasks that they give him in order to be properly recognized as a fully fledged member of their band. And right now, they've told him to take the island of Rügen. He needs to demonstrate his warrior prowess. He needs to prove again and again to the warrior band that he's got the guts and the glory to seize lands. Not, well, it's gonna be for himself, but he's not doing it primarily for his own gain. He's doing it as part of these customary rituals within the Wolf Warriors, where warriors prove their mettle. So, we're going to do it. We're going to finish looting and plundering down here in the banks of the Rhine, and once we've filled our coffers to the brim, we are going to war for Rügen. And I'll have you know that we got this mission a long time ago. We just never got around to doing it because we were busy in our other wars. But now that we've finally got some time, we're gonna get around to doing it. And back then, Harald wasn't content. This wasn't the content Harald that accepted this mission. It was the previous ambitious Harald. And so I think it's fully within the realms of roleplay to still acquire this island for ourselves, not out of greed, not out of ambition, but as part of the mandate we've been given by the Wolf Warriors to claim this new land. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We are gonna finish looting and plundering though, because even if we can't put that money to use in Skåne, we can certainly put it to use here in Rügen. Look at the place. We've looted it dry. Everything's been burnt and pillaged and destroyed. So why not let our charitable nature speak, and let's pledge to rebuild the island. As I once again forget to put my timer on. Jesus fucking wept. So yeah. I feel like we gotta take these little opportunities when they appear, because fair enough, we're role-playing, we're gonna stick with the traits, whatever it brings us. But this is a warrior dude. This is a Viking. This is someone I imagine to be ambitious and someone with great plans for himself. Just look at these here warrior stats. 21 martial, a Viking, scarred, fearsome, flat terrain expert, direct leader, and a brilliant strategist with a fighting skill of 69. I would feel bad to just let this potential go to waste. Like, how can someone like this sit on his laurels and be happy with what he's got? With what he has got, rather. It's absurd. So no, we're gonna use this little loophole that we've been given without me even noticing it until now, and we're going to go to war for Rügen. So that is what we'll do. And then one other thing, before we release the pause button is I was looking into betrothals and marriages last time for my kids. I didn't want to settle on anything at the time because I wanted to have a moment to view the playing field a little bit, see what suitable candidates were out there. And I've found a couple, at least for some of our older children. And I figured while I go through the process of betrothing them, I might take some time to just quickly go through the marriage game a little bit. So I've already got a partner in mind for our eldest son, Ravn. He is going to be married into the kingdom of Swithjod. We're gonna betroth him to the younger daughter of the late Björn Järnsida, Svanhilder here. Betroth, because you can't do marriage until they're adult. We'll select Ravn. They will agree to a betrothal. And what are we getting out of this particular betrothal? We'll get a non-aggression pact. That's good. We can develop that into an alliance. And that's particularly valuable because if we marry into the of Munsö family, we've got Swithjod on our side. If we ever need assistance in a war of any kind, we can exploit the family ties and the alliance and get them to come to our aid should we need it. Mind you, alliances work both ways. They could similarly call to aid from us should they require aid. And I just noticed they're fighting some wars themselves. But, well, let's take a look at what it is. He's fighting Kujavi here in a subjugation war. Really, this dude over here got the clever idea that he's gonna try to subjugate the entire Swedish kingdom. Like, what? Although he seems to be doing relatively well, though. The war's 25% in his favor. But if you look closely, he's got problems back home too. He is being declared war upon by Chief Krakus here of Krakow, who in turn wants to subjugate him. So while all of his troops are up here fighting in Sweden, he is being beset upon by this guy's troops. So, you know, even if he's winning in Sweden, he might be losing out to Krakow. So I'm not too worried. And then other than that, there was a Lithuanian lord who's declared war on Swithjod to take back this place. But, well, that's not the biggest deal in the world. But apart from military alliances, another thing you get out of marriages, if I go back to Björn Järnsida again, all of your children, when you die, all of your children will get a claim on your titles. Remember what I talked about, how ownership of land stems from familial ties, familial bonds. You have claims to a land by blood and heritage, which means even though it's Björn's grandson who rules as the king, his children still have claims on his titles. And that includes Svanhilder here, who we're planning to marry. She's got a weak claim on Swithjod, a weak claim on Pomerania, which can be inherited by the successor. In other words, if Ravn and Svanhilder marry and they have kids, their kids will inherit these claims from their mother. And that's really good, because assume we end up playing as Ravn when Harald dies. He's gonna have kids, and then when we play as those kids, they're gonna have a natural claim on this here area, in addition to our already natural claim here. This is the kind of thinking you need to employ when you marry your kids. You need to think in terms of alliances and claims to future lands. But be aware, just as your kids is going to have claims on the lands of your spouse, their family is going to have claims to your titles too. That's something to be aware about. But anyways, they were willing to accept a betrothal, so let's pass it through. Arrange a betrothal between Svanhild Björnsdotter and Ravn Haraldsson. I almost call him Halvdan. God damn it. But that's not the only manner in which you can choose to marry. If we take a look at my eldest daughter, Hilda. Ooh, she's become crude. She didn't have this trait last time. Oh well. Another way you can do it is you marry people based upon their traits. Now, if we take a look at all the kitties we've got here, we can sort them by age, we can rank them by martial, we can rank them by stewardship, or we could just take a look at their traits and marry someone based of that. Let's scroll down to somebody who's at least 16. That would be great. Age of 16 is when they're adult. So if you take this Polish dude here, Mroczysław, he is groomed, he is humble, he's a erudite, but a lunatic. You can even sort people on their ranks. So you got a High Chief of Bosnia here that we could marry if we so desired, and the respective kings of Småland and Västra Götaland. They're young boys, currently suitable for marriage. But there's another detail to take into consideration, particularly when you're marrying your daughters, is that you could marry her to, say, Västra Götaland here. Where is he? Is Hilda and Sturkar, and he's gonna agree to it. We're gonna get an alliance. However, if we agree to a regular marriage with one of our daughters, the children she produces will be of his dynasty. In a regular marriage, children will always be of the dynasty of their fathers. And this matters because when it comes to spreading our dynasty, we need to make sure that our kids actually remain within our dynasty. And in order to do that, if you're marrying a daughter, you have to remember to select matrilineal marriage. But as you can quite clearly see, if we ask him for a matrilineal marriage, he ain't gonna agree to it. Why the heck not? Because obviously he is interested in spreading his family genes on as well. He too wants to work for the betterment of his dynasty, and he understands perfectly well that if he agrees to a matrilineal marriage, the children are gonna be of the mother's dynasty, and he doesn't want that. So let's take a look at what people are willing to marry matrilineally. As you can see, we don't have a lot of options in terms of people with high ranks. We might get people with claims though. Like this guy, for example. He holds claims to Marienburg and Pruthenia. Who are you? You're a Prussian of the Wilks family. You've got... Ooh, you got a weak claim to the High Chiefdom down here. That's interesting. So like if we married our daughter to him and helped him press his claims, our family would be the rulers down here. But we're gonna do a different approach for our daughter here, because you can marry people based off their traits too. So let's see, do we have any candidates who are geniuses? Okay, apparently we don't. Anybody that's quick? Yes, we do, but there's quite a bit of age difference between them. Look, quick. Because you see, if you marry someone that's quick, there's a slightly higher percentage chance that you get a child who's quick too. And how awesome would it not be to get to play as a character that's quick? That's, that would be fantastic, but there's no one suitable that's quick. How about someone strong? Nobody? How about someone brawny? No? Nothing like that either. I think more partners and more candidates for marriage are gonna crop up as Hilde becomes formally adult at the age of 16. So we're gonna hold off on her, but we are gonna get another marriage to our second daughter Hafrid. Now, while we want our eldest daughter to spread our dynasty, we don't mind marrying our younger daughter off in a regular marriage for the sake of an alliance. And I've got just the candidate in mind for her. We are gonna marry her to the family of Harald Hårfager of Viken, hopefully the future king of Norway. His eldest son Halvdan here, who might not inherit the kingdom, but will still get claims to his father's titles when he passes. He would be willing to accept a betrothal to my beloved daughter Hafrid here. So we are gonna go ahead and propose it. And that's gonna be it for the time being. All our other kids are still relatively young, and you don't want to betroth someone too early. You want to give it a year or two just to have a look and see if any suitable candidates appear. Now, if you'll excuse me just for a quick minute, I need to go and answer a phone call, because somebody just tried to reach me. So I'll be back momentarily. Just give me a minute. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Unexpected interruptions in the middle of a recording, you know, they're never pleasant to deal with, but whatever. I think I actually managed to go through all of the things I wanted to go through. I'm very sorry. I've probably gone on for quite a bit with my ramblings this time, but you know what? I want to get things happening for a change. I'm just gonna play on through, and if I have to make this session slightly longer, that's just gonna have to be the case. Might even do another session back to back on this one, because we're finally getting some excitement here, and I just don't want to miss that opportunity as Harald returns to take command of his troops. And I know I moaned about it so many times before, but if Sigurd could win a war by crossing a major river, then we sure as hell can too. To the great Viking Harald, may you live in harmony and contentment. I, Harald Hårfager of Viken, have decided to accept your suggestion of a betrothal between my son Halvdan and your daughter Hafrid. Very good. There we go. Now we're testing our prowess in battle. King Björn II of Swithjord, to the Honorable Harald, may you live in harmony and contentment. I've decided to accept your suggestion of a betrothal between your own son Ravn and my daughter. Actually, not my daughter's. It would be my aunt, I think? Whatever. You can marry her. Thanks, dude. Oh yes, we're just going through them like it's nothing. Battle of Düsseldorf. Oh, what's this? Meinhardi was captured in battle and is now my prisoner. Ooh, because we're in the Wolf Warriors, we can actually sacrifice this guy to Odin, which would, in exchange, a good fortune. You know what? We're gonna save him. We're gonna save him to be sacrificed for later. We might have use of him in this regard. So let's keep time ticking as we lay siege to the Church of Worth. See how much that's worth. Hafrid says her favorite toy is missing and she won't go to bed without it. I may have thrown it out today when I was tidying up. Yeah, among the hanging dead people there, girl. This is probably not, this is probably not Harald. Either it's Harald before he left to loot, or this is Beata, but whatever. We're kind and charitable, so we'll offer to buy her a new one. My offer to purchase a new toy was rejected by Hafrid. She's upset I would even suggest such a thing. Well, what do you want to do? You want to be without a toy then? Silly girl. Got messages here. He's relieved him of his duty as commander, and this guy's been imprisoned by me, which is fantastic. No, thank you. How many years now, Rikulfur, have you been out looking for that bloody artifact? It better be a goddamned amazing artifact, otherwise it's not been worth the trouble. I really think so. Okay, bandits have attacked us. Wait, you fired him as a commander and now you reappointed him as a commander. See? Told you he's an incompetent ruler. Young Ravn plays hard and talks straight. So we can either focus on teaching him bravery or let him do his own thing and just let him be honest. Well, we are brave. I think we want our son to be brave, so let's try to make him brave. He did become brave. That's my boy. That is a good boy, Ravn. So let's see what we're gonna get out of this. We've looted worth of 41 gold. And he made his wife the court chaplain, the CRS. Anyways, the pillaging of Worth has been very fruitful. Our warriors have gathered many prisoners amongst the populace that look fit to become good thralls. Oh, we captured some slaves now, did we? Harald's not the only one that's gonna have people acquired by him. So we can sell them to slavery here, or we'll ship them back to Skåne to decrease our building time. Honestly, we could use the money more than we could the local build time, because we're not really building that much in Skåne anyways. Not now, at least. But actually, from a roleplay standpoint, it would probably make sense to ship him back to Skåne, because we're not greedy, we're not after money, we're gonna be having plenty of money to bring home anyways, so ship him back to Skåne and let's give the farmers there some new servants. How long do we get that buff, by the way? Thrall workers, local build cost. Yeah, we can. Actually, we can build some new stuff over here. So do we want to build a weaponsmith or more housecarls? We want to build more housecarls, actually, to give us more heavy infantry. So that's what we'll do. Come on, slaves, get to work. As we lay siege to the castle of Berg, or Barry, so I'd say it. Did I put the timer on? Yes, I put the timer on. Okay. We're down to 14 prestige, but that's fine. Everybody knows just how prestigious Harald is. What's happening in the rest of the world? West Francia is fighting a Lollard uprising. Lollards being a Christian heresy. So they're upset about the fact that their kingdom is Catholic. Oh yes, this is something I noticed last time. Aquitaine is trying to break free from Italy. They no longer want to be their puppets. They no longer want to be the living bank of the Italians. So they want to break free from their servitude. And it seems like they're doing pretty well. King Carloman of Aquitaine is winning his war by 81%. You can call him Carloman the Liberator after this. What's Italy doing? Okay, so the Italians have managed to beat back the Venetians, because the Venetians tried to depose the king. But then the Aquitanians are attacking the Italians from behind them. And now they're the ones that are doing well. What are the Byzantines doing? He's attacking Armenia, hoping to make them his vassals. I think he's gonna win that. Is he winning that? Yeah, he's winning that. What's happening here in Spain? Okay, so Badajoz is declaring a holy war, as is Emir Aslam, so the young child King Ordano here is having a bit of a hard time. And the Umayyads, they're not doing much. What about the Abbasids? Caliph Mahmud is attacking this guy, hoping to make him his vassal. And yeah, that's a quick overview of the state of the world. Now, we need a child to have a childhood focus. No, keep this going. We gave Hafri the focus, so it's Hallgrim's turn now. That was Hallgrim. No, Hallgrim already has one. Holmgir, that's the one. Holmgir is the one who's lacking a focus. And I figured we've trained our sons in struggle and pride. We've trained our daughter in faith. Which means our son Holmgir would be suitable either for something with diplomacy or economics. So why not make use of his stewardship abilities and give him a child's focus in thrift? Yeah, artisans and mathematicians and that sort of folks. Sounds good to me. Yeah, you see, we're making back that prestige in no time. We're gonna make it back 100-folds when we return home with our loot and plunder anyways. So this part of Germany has been very profitable for us. 23 gold. Ooh! More women in prison. Barbara, Oda, and Walpurga. Well, as is customary, we're gonna be charitable and we're gonna let the kids go. Don't need to pay no ransom or anything. They're only children, so they're innocent in all of this. She a noble woman? Yeah, she's also a baroness of this here town, Berg. Not anymore, she's not. She's our third and final concubine. So let's take her. There we go. Now we are at a maximum of 3 concubines. You can consider yourself lucky now, Harald. How much gold have we got? 334, 336. We could carry up to 470 gold, if we so desired. You know what? Let's speed this up. Oops! Shit! What a good thing I stopped it there, because somehow they magically managed to defend their town. What's happening here? The conversion of Gaelic. I know you don't pronounce it Gaelic, but I honestly don't know how else you pronounce it, so I'm just gonna say Gaelic. It's this area over here. Right. The tribes of Gaelic have been converted to the Orthodox faith. A group of priests sent by the basileas of the Byzantine Empire have performed a great ritual during which they've converted the entire population of Gaelic alongside High Chief Vsevolod and many of his vassals. With this act, the people of Gaelic have once and for all forsaken their old pagan gods. And he's known as the Fox. Maybe he outwitted somebody. And he's been baptized by the ecumenical patriarch himself. So that's good for him. Let's take a look at the religion tab for a little bit. As you can see, Western Europe is where the Catholics are. We've got Sunni Islam coming up out of Spain, most of Northern Africa and the Middle East, with a little bit of Shia every now and then. Britain would have been a stronghold for Christendom as well, but due to there being so many Viking realms, they're in the process of trying to convert them over to the Norse faith. And there seems to be disorder and unrest within the Catholic faction itself. You've got these Lollard heresies right here. You've got a Cathar heresy here. You've got Fraticelli in the middle of Bavaria. And then if you just look east, you'll see the various pagan tribes. The Norse faith, the Suomenosko faith, the Slavic faith, Romuva, even some Manichaean, Tengri, and a big swath of Judaism, as the Orthodox religion holds on to the areas of the Byzantine Empire. You've got the Miaphysites here, the African faith here. Then you've got a mishmash of Buddhists, Hindus, and Jain over in India, with the Bön here to the far east. And now Christendom has managed to expand slightly more to the east with the conversion of Gaelic right here. So yeah, good for them. We're hoping Christianity doesn't come into our footsteps anytime soon, though, as these people actually try to attack us across the river. We outnumber them by a slight bit, and we've got more skilled commanders, so let them bring it on. Let's see what we can do. Okay, sorry, let's remove this. There we go. They're only sending one general. She can hold her own right here. Yeah, we should be winning this. We should be winning this, no problem. Just look at Haraldr mopping the floor of everybody there. That's fantastic. Battle of Worth, victory. Mayor Landulf of Dietz was captured and is now my prisoner. That's wonderful news. We're gonna keep him there, like I said we would. So we didn't lose all our men, and we didn't manage to storm the castle, but at the very least, we reduced the time a little bit, and that's fantastic. Now, what's happened here? The Sjaelland conquest of The Sjaelland conquest of Friesland has ended inconclusively because the casus belli is no longer valid. Now, why is that? Why has that happened exactly? Because Friesland has been conquered by these folks. They beat us to take these lands, which means carrying on the conquests would have meant going to war with Holmger of Namsborg. And that's clearly not something Knud wants to do, so the war's been called off. Well, it's a good thing we didn't waste any time and energy on that, then. Now is it? Isn't it? Oh, for fuck's sakes. They're raiding our camps because they know our numbers are low. There we go. We took another 41 gold. Oh, and they're starting this new faction here. They're trying to install Knud of Sjaelland as the new king. Clearly, Knud ain't too popular. Look, there's nobody that likes him. There's nobody that likes him. Everybody despises him. He's raised their levies. He's a tyrant. He hasn't ruled long, and he just doesn't have the personality required to rule. Even Uhtred don't like him. We're gonna be very interested to see how that turns out. Now, should we stay and take the remaining gold? Or should we try to run? 20th. Yeah, we're gonna get away. Let's save up our men, because we do plan to go to war later on. So let's settle with what we've got and bring the ships back to land. Yay! That's what I call a successful looting round, wouldn't you say? We were left with only 700 men, but we can replenish that in no time. Not to worry. A fleet full of gold has returned from raiding. Harald the Great Bear gains 390 gold and 390 prestige. And we gain an influx of loot that's going to increase the size of our levies in Skåne. Great. We're up to 819 gold. That is just... These are the kind of riches any other Viking would just dream about. Like, look at Sjaelland here. They've got 40 gold to their name. We're sitting on fucking 819. Like, it's not common even for me to possess this much money as a mere tribal lord. Now, anyways, we're already at 1,600 troops, so, let's take a look. I got 15 minutes left according to the timer, but whatever. We can at least start with, the objective I announced at the start of this session, which is to declare war and capture Rhine, which would involve us going to war with Västra Götaland here. Should be alright though, because they're pretty distracted on their own. Ooh, but he does have a large army there. Let's hold on for a moment. Let's wait until he passes us. Oh, he's the one that wants... Oh, he wants to subjugate Västra Götaland. That's actually not good. If he does well in that endeavor, that's gonna give us some trouble. Let's hold off a while. Let's wait until those massive troop numbers start diminishing a little bit. He's gonna go up to Skara. Ooh. Now it's our daughter Hafrid that needs an education in something. And she could be educated in stewardship. Oh, half and half when it comes to intrigue. I think we'll pass on that because she's only got an intrigue of 2. And I don't picture her necessarily as a warrior girl, so we're gonna train her in stewardship. Yeah, that'll do. Whoa. Oh shit. Okay, this dude was killed by Ottar. And Ottar killed him. They killed each other. Hey ho. Not sure why I got a message about that, but that's what happened. Okay, so where did their armies go now? They're still up there somewhere, but oh well. I'm guessing Harald reasons that if we can just take these guys out quickly, then maybe we'll be back to defend our lands anyways. So you know what, we're gonna do it. On the 24th of July, in the year 884, Harald goes to war with Styrkar of Västra Götaland. Oh, he can't. Oh, because we need a claim to the goddamn place. Oh, for fuck's sakes. For fuck's sakes. I thought we had a valid casus belli from the mission. Okay, well, that kind of scuppered my plans there. Can we assign the Chancellor to get us a claim here? Thank you. Well, what are we gonna do instead? I was looking so forward to going to war. Well, if you got no wars to attend to, I suppose... Ooh! My wife Beata is sick. She's clutching at her stomach because she's got dysentery. Oh, crap. Crap, literally, because dysentery is the kind of disease you die from easily. Court physician, heal my wife. Oh my goodness, how did you do that? Dude, you got a claim immediately. I was like, go here and get us a claim. There you go, here's a claim. Wow! How the fuck did you do that? Use it, obviously. Oh my... Can you do the same? You can't do the same just yet, but as soon as you're available, go to Bornholm and do the exact same thing. Yeah! Now we can declare war and press our claim on Rhine here. Let's wait a couple of days. Massive recruitment drive in Skåne. That is fantastic. We could wait until we get up to 2,000 troops here. Well, we're not going to wait that long, but still. Okay, okay. My mind's made up. My mind's made up. I might go over time a little bit, but we're just going to take that as it comes. Haraldr, at the age of 34, is finally going to declare his first war of his own, attacking King Sturkar of Västra Götaland for Rhine. Boom. Let us call forth all our troops. Let us call forth the boats. Let us get in the boats. Let's get moving. It's only like a few hours sail across anyway. So let's march ashore and grab the territory quickly. No, Knud, you cannot tell me to be your counselor when I'm about to go to war. Wait until I finish the war, then you can come back to me again. You're not gonna stop me from commanding my troops, are you nuts? Oh yeah, this territory is gonna be taken in no time. Let's just keep an eye out for his troops, okay? We'll wait till this is down by half, and then we'll assault. Damn. Victory at Rhine. We're gonna take it a bit more easy on this one. Let's put the ships down, because their upkeep is taking a lot of money from us. Hopefully this is gonna be a swift and easy war, with little to no confrontation whatsoever. That would be best. The Castle of Rugard. They've got a couple of walls, so I'm not as willing to strike at them, because even though they've got few troops, those wall and castle defenses could be devastating to our troops. I mean, you saw what happened down here. We lost a damn lot of people because their walls and defenses were so strong. We almost lost so many soldiers that we wouldn't have had enough to continue the siege. But there's no worry about that happening here because we have just captured the castle! Yay! Stefana, who's Stefana? A low-born Norse woman who we just captured. Okay. Can we ransom her? No, we can't. We're not gonna release it just yet. Let's keep all the prisoners here for the time being. They're 0 fort level here, so we might as well just attack the place. There we go. We've captured the place for 43% war score, so we're gonna continue on down here and capture Väle. We've got 370 guys watching over that castle, which is great. Let's take them out. Young Ravn is developing a stubborn streak. I should teach him to be more proud instead. I mean, I'm not necessarily against stubborn. Like, it makes us less prone to diplomacy, but it means he's headstrong at least. I don't know. I think Harald would be slightly more diplomatic and try to make his son proud. So we're gonna try to make him proud. Did he get proud or stubborn? Oh, he got proud. Okay. Be proud of who you are, son. Be proud of this family that you are part of as our eldest daughters become shrewd. Yeah, good girl, good girl. You're turning out real good. I'm liking that. Okay, still no sign. Oh, they're all the way over here. It's gonna take ages for them to get to us from there. Okay, well that's good, that's good. That makes me feel a bit more at ease. I'm pleased to hear that after a period of peace and shrewd management, the county of Skåne is doing very, very well. People are happy and the tax collectors are reporting record intakes. Yeah, that's great, that's great. You see, Harald really is doing everything for the sake of his own realm. The place has never been as prosperous as it is now, and it is all thanks to his wise and astute management. So yeah. I guess there are benefits for some, with Harald being a content man. What's Knud doing? He's not declared any wars. He doesn't seem to have had any new kids. It's just Vagn here. The weak Vagn. What's happening? Okay, so he's called that guy. Oh, he's got a couple of troops to his banner. He's called him out to help him out against us. So we want to be done with this as quickly as possible so that we can go up and defend the homelands. Do hurry up, please. Yes, 70%. Oh, we've only taken the castle. Oh, shit. Hopefully they ain't... Okay, they're not laying siege to Skåne. They're gonna walk down here to face me directly in battle. Okay, that can work. Who the hell is hissing? There's some random peasant somewhere. No, go away. Go away. How dare you just barge your way into my court and... Oh no! Oh, tragic news, people! Our beloved wife Beata has succumbed to dysentery. She died attending to chamber business. Oh, and the kids are without their mom. That's tremendously sad. I mean, she was always a sneaky one. We always had the suspicion of her sleeping around, of not every child being ours, but we still loved her, you know. Harald was still very fond of her. They had a lot of things in common. They were married for 18 years. Like, whatever their differences might have been, I'd like to say they got along pretty well. They had a mutual respect for each other. They cared for each other, and... Oh, he's just real sad now. Let's take at least 30 seconds to observe a moment of silence for Harald's wife, who has given him 7 lovely children who are gonna help build our dynasty to be one that stands the test of time. Okay, that's probably not quite 30 seconds, but I want to keep time rolling. For that reason, we're gonna see this war out to its finish. We're just gonna have to disregard the fact that that we're gonna bid overtime. We'll attend to all these matters later, but we will check out Hallgrim here, whose turn it is to have an education. He's got a 4 in diplomacy, martial, and intrigue, and seeing as we gave 1 child... Okay, diplomacy is out of the question because he would not be suitable for a diplomatic education. The only ones left are stewardship, martial, and intrigue, and seeing as we've got kids training in both stewardship and martial, we're gonna make Hallgrim our intriguey fella. Yeah. So let's see how that goes. Can we get this fortress quickly before they get across? Come on. Let's assault the city. Yes. 92%. If we can just win. Can we call forth any more men? 18. Boo-hoo. Let's do that, actually. Let's, where are they going? He's gonna go to Holstein. Does this belong to Småland? This belongs to Småland. Let's go up to Rhine. Let's use the boats to bring him across. Oh! King Knud of Sjaelland has declared the Själlander Brandenburgian subjugation war on High Chief Mieszko of Sorbia. Oh! He's trying in a bid to not legitimize, but you know, in a bid to impress his vassals, King Haraldr Knud is gonna follow in his father's footsteps and declare war on the same southern Slavic tribe whom Sigurd completely kicked the crap out of, except this time he's going for all their lands. He wants to show his vassals that he's better than his father. Good luck with that. We'll see how that goes as we make a strategic withdrawal back to Rhine to merge with our troops. Let's give Gunhildur the command here. I mean, I know she's not gonna be able to do much with just 18 men, but hey ho, it's better than nothing. These guys. Oh, Hilde has become an adult. She's finished her education in diplomacy, and I notice with pride that she has attained nothing less than a masterful level of knowledge. That is fantastic. I'm so proud of you, Hilde. She's a grey eminence, just like Brynjolf here. She's gonna be a masterful diplomat too. Let's take a look at her. There we go. Look. Look. Wow. 13 diplomacy. She's not half bad. Okay, so she's shrewd, a bit deceitful. I'm guessing she got that from her mother. And she's groomed. She always makes sure to be well dressed and you know, trying to look pretty and everything. That's a proper diplomat. I'd make her an I would make her an ambassador, a diplomatic representative, if only you could do more for women in this game and this particular culture. Let's browse through marriage partners. Let's see if there's anybody out there that would be worth marrying. Let's scroll to those that are... Oh, you ain't got much to choose from, sadly. Just a bunch of priests. I'm not gonna marry my daughter to some random priest. Let's do it differently. Let's go to the character tab. Let's pick men. Not imprisoned. Not married. Any ruler, but they have to be within diplomatic range. So what have we got? If we look to guys of our own age... Because we want someone who's willing to marry matrilineally. That's the important point here. We've got Magni of Bornholm. He'd be willing to marry matrilineally. He's brawny. Okay, and he's got a learning-focused education, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not. If we betrothed him to Hilda, they would not agree to marry matrilineally. Okay. Let's have no rulers then. Let's have people that are not landed. Let's search for geniuses. None. Let's search for someone quick. There's none. Strong. Our commander Dyre. But he's 46 years old and he's a terrible person overall. Someone brawny then. That's Magni who we just looked at, but he won't marry matrilineally. Let's expand the search a little bit without going too far-fetched and have a look at all. If we get genius now, see, we got a lot more people to choose from. But then you've got Christians and pagans of other religion. Let's stick to our own religion group. Let's stick to the pagan religion group. We've got this... Okay, they're ranked by age, so the only option here really is this Polish kid. Szczybor Kujawski from Kujawia. He's the son of Count Sobiesław here. Where is he? He's right there. He's the younger son. He's a genius. Child of a concubine, conscientious, willful, and indolent. Is he willing to marry matrilineally? He's not. Well, how about somebody quick? Whoops. They're either really young or they're too old. Like, I don't want my 16-year-old daughter to marry a 31-year-old guy. I mean, sure, it was common in these here times, but I'm a father. I care too much about my daughter for that sort of bullshit. Ooh, a prince of Hungary. Wow, a prince of Hungary would be awesome, but I'm quite confident that they're not gonna go for matrilineal. No, they don't even want to marry any other infidels. Oh, because he's zealous. He's devotedly of the Tengri religion. Okay, Sörkver here, though. He's got a strong claim on the chiefdom of Närke. He's strong. And he's the heir to Närke, so he might not be willing to marry matrilineally, no. Who's Fedot? He's all the way over in Russia. Okay, we'll have to get back to that later. Find Hilda partner at some point in the future. Let's continue with the war here. He's going in, attacking straight from the strait. Literally. What just happened there? Okay. Okay, they're coming to get us. So, make ready, Harald. This is... Are we dealing in planes? Yeah, we're dealing with planes, so you should have the bonus for plane warfare. There we go. Taking him down. Well, her flank got instantly stomped. We kind of expected that would be the case. The Battle of Rhine. This campaign has been easy pickings. Swinging my spear over the plains is a pleasure, and my fellow soldiers are equally jovial. Surrounded by the blood of our Norse enemies and the cries of battle. Look! Enemy Commander Fredrik is hiding! Someone suddenly shouts, referring to... Okay, not him apparently. This guy, Fredrik from Dal. He's ran off to somewhere. But Harald's gonna run straight after him and challenge him to a duel. Yeah! My spear gleamed in the light. The wind blew gently across my face. I moved suddenly and struck once. I did not need to strike again, because I'm such a badass. I left them lying on the ground and went to celebrate my victory. We've already got a rival. Or we don't. We had that Finnish dude, though. Oiva. Guess he must have died. No, but we don't want to leave a whole bunch of rivals around, so we're gonna kill this fella properly. Yeah. Because we don't really get an opportunity to engage in combat like this a whole lot of times. So we're easily brushing this army aside. Yes! Battle of Arkona. Gnudba was captured. And fuck it. We're gonna give him up as he sacrificed to Odin for always blessing Harald with victories and accomplishments in battle. So, dear Allfather Odin, please accept this most worthy sacrifice from your most loyal servant. That sounded painful, my friend. Right! And within the next day, they just cannot deny the reality of matters any longer. For we have won the war for Rügen. We'll show up at the court of King Styrkar of Västra Götaland, or rather his regent, Thorstein, over there, and issue our demands. A complete and total surrender. Yes! Harald the Great Bear has usurped the title Chiefdom of Rhine from Sigtrygg Ranesson. And we have won the Skåne claim on Rhine. Yeah! So we... Hail, warrior! Congratulations on your successful conquering of new territory. Tonight, we all raise our drinks in your honor for Harald of Skåne! Woohoo! Signed, Queen Ragnhildr, wife of Harald Hårfager. Thank you, Wolf Warriors, for the Wolf Warriors! Whoa! And we've now got enough renown that we can ask for a promotion. Right. This is where Gavelkind kicks in, because when we die, Ravn may be the one to inherit the chiefdom of Skåne, the main titles, but Hallgrim, as the second son, is going to inherit Rhine. So we're gonna be two separate realms, independent, unless we manage to form a dukedom, so that we can keep both chiefdoms within the same realm. So that's something to bear in mind. On their death, it's gonna pass to him. It shouldn't, though. So yeah, let's ask for a promotion and become veteran. And yeah, Harald Hårfager is the one leading the Wolf Warriors anyway, so let's put our troops down. And let's take a look at our new territory here. We've got two new vassals. We've got Tryggve here, who's upset about not being on the council. We've got Rane here, who's also upset about not being on the council. We'll see what we can do for them in the next session here. Right. See, the whole place has been demolished to the ground. We've got a lot of rebuilding work to do, but we've got the money to do it, so, yeah. Let's end it there. Let's end it on a happy note. And, yeah, I'm real glad we actually managed to make something happen despite this content trait. We're gonna continue to find ways and means to progress our dynasty and our realm, whatever the game may throw at us. So I want to thank you all for joining me today. I hope you'll tune in next time for some more adventures of Harald the Great Bear. Have a good night, have a good morning, have a good evening, wherever in the world you may be, and I will see you again next time.